Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aziza. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you clicked on this video, you're probably interested to learn more about my toy poodle here, who is a year old. So if you want to know more about her update, her mannerisms, her routine, etc., definitely continue watching this video. So if you hear some beeping, that's because my fire alarm sensor battery is low and my ceiling's too high. I can't change it. So I'm gonna try to edit it out, but just in case if you hear it, that's what it's coming from. So first and foremost, I wanted to do a little background. This is my toy poodle. Her name is Coco. She just turned 1 year old. She had a birthday in November 20th, and today's January 15th, so almost 1 year and 2 months old. I had a dog before her. I had a French bulldog. Unfortunately, my doggy passed away at 3 years old. My friend, she had some health issues, and when I got Coco, I just knew that I wanted a dog that had less health issues, if you will, and I still wanted a small dog because I have 3 little ones at home. So I wanted something that is a little bit smaller so it's easier for me to keep up with. So we landed on the toy poodle and we are absolutely in love with her. So as you can see, she is an apricot color. She has this beautiful coat. Her hair is a little bit short right now because we did have to shave her all the way down, and I'll tell you why about that in a little bit, but it is kind of growing right now. So yeah, she looks smaller when her hair is short, but when she is fully fluffy, I'll try to put up a picture over here, she looks bigger. Her weight right now, I think the last weigh-in for her weight is 6.2 pounds, so she's very tiny, and her parents are actually about 7 pounds, so this is probably the biggest she will ever get. There you go. So yeah, that's kind of like the quick stats for her. So she is a female dog. She is not yet spayed. We are planning on spaying her, but we haven't gotten around to doing that yet. But that's probably gonna be our future plans. But yeah, so she's not yet spayed. She hasn't really started like humping or anything. And also, I don't know, I'm pretty sure she's been in heat, but I haven't really seen like any discharge or anything like that, which is really weird because I was like preparing myself for it, but I didn't see anything that would indicate that she was discharging or in heat. But I do notice that when she's in heat, even if there's no discharge, I'm just really confused. I'm not sure why. I need to do more research on that, but I do realize that she's just a little bit more like to herself and a little bit more sensitive, a lot of licking in her like genital area, etc. So that's when I know that she's kind of like in heat. But as far as like messes or like discharge or anything like that, I haven't seen any of that with her, which is so as you can see, she just started barking. So Coco. So she was barking because I have some neighbors walking the dog, so she does that a lot. So when it comes to like being in public or around people or other dogs, she's really excited and she will bark. And she does this more than my old doggy used to do. So we're still trying to work on like the barking situation, but I mean, she's a dog, so I don't know how to like tell her not to do that, but she's just really excited when she sees people like walk past the windows and stuff. But going back to her spaying, she's not yet spayed, but we do have plans to spay her in the future. So as far as routine, I would say that Coco is pretty much like, she is at this point where it's like she's pretty much like potty trained, right? She can hold her pee poo, Coco, pee poo for a long time overnight, which is really nice because I remember those newborn days that was really hard. She still has accidents in the house and I'm not really pleased about that, but that's just something that we always have to keep our eyes on with her. Once she's done eating and she goes to the door, like she has to go out. But like, not only that, now it's the winter time, so like when it's cold outside, even when she goes out, like I have to actually like have my eyes on her to make sure that she is pooping, because she would go out sometimes and come back in not actually having went to go to the bathroom, so then she'll have an accident in the house. So that's really annoying, but you know, we just kind of to like, we're just still trying to like, we still have to kind of keep our eyes on her in that sense. And because she's so little, she's so fast, she's always like everywhere. We had a bell on her, but we took her bell out because her collar also makes a sound, and she's a little bit bigger now, so when she's upstairs we can kind of hear her footsteps. But yeah, like if you want to put a bell on your toy poodle, I definitely do recommend, especially when they're like really young, because you can kind of hear like where your doggy's at, especially when they sneak out or like slip out. And that has happened multiple times with our dog. Like we have a huge backyard, so we'll let her go out in the backyard, and she has escaped from our backyard multiple times, like 4 or 5 times. Thankfully we have the collar with my information on it, so we've had people call us, our neighbors twice, and this happens like within split seconds, right? So I let her out and I'm doing my thing, like washing the dishes, and then I take my eyes away from her, boom, she's gone. So she does escape pretty easily, and then when you go out there to try to catch her, she thinks it's a game, so she like runs away from you. So so yeah, we have to like keep our eyes on her like at all times. But in terms of temperament, she is super playful. She loves to play. We have 2 young children at home, so she does really well with the kids as well. But we do have to watch her because, you know, with toy poodles, they love to do like the puppy biting. See that? And she just likes to do that. That's just their form of playing, I guess. I don't know. But regardless of that, like around children and stuff, she's actually really, really good. So I'm really happy with that. But she is very excitable around other people, so if there's somebody new, she will jump on them, or not jump, but like she'll try to like, you know, scoot up and say hi and stuff. So she's extremely friendly. But you know, we're still working on like her being out in like public and stuff like that. And how we've been doing that is honestly, like whenever I go to the store, like I have a little puppy carrier, and I'll put her in the puppy carrier and I will try to take her out, but she still does not like to be in the carrier, so we're still trying to work on that. In terms of her routine, she sleeps at night, usually in the crate, but I would say within the past 2 months we have been letting her sleep with us in our room. Like she has a little doggy bed there, and she'll stay in it for like all night. She doesn't have to wake up in the middle of the night to go potty, but as soon as she wakes up, we will take her downstairs to go outside to go bathroom. So she does really, really well with that. I adjusted down the camera so you guys can see her. And I have a hybrid schedule where like some days I go to the office, some days I work from home. My husband also has the same sort of schedule as well. So I would say like maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week where she will be at home by herself with no one else around. Most of the time we manage to coordinate our days so that she's not at home by herself a lot. So even if she has to stay in the crate by herself, she does really well. But I just don't like it. I just feel so bad that she has to do that. But I still don't trust her fully 100%. So yeah, she does stay in the crate when we are not at home with her. As soon as she goes out, she'll have her breakfast, and then she will do her kibble and her like water. As soon as she eats, she will go outside. And then if we're at home, she will kind of go back to the food if she wants to, but not all the time. She does usually have like 2 meals, morning and nighttime. And even though we have the kibble, she's not really a big fan of it. She loves her wet food, and so we just give her that honestly for morning and nighttime. And then I started just getting her some like farmer's dog food. I'm trying to be a little bit more like intentional with her food as well, just so that she's getting all the nutrients that she needs. So she really, really loves those kinds of foods, so we try to feed her those wet foods for her, like her primary meals morning and nighttime, and then throughout the day if she wants to graze on the kibble, she has that as well. As far as treats, she is a treat girl. She loves greenies. She loves she will take a lot of treats actually, and you know, I know that some toy poodles have issues with like vomiting and stuff. Like she hasn't really had issues with vomiting when she's healthy. Now when she's not healthy, that's a different story, and we're gonna get into that later. But overall, in terms of food, like drinking, like she is pretty good with that. As far as nighttime goes, same thing. She'll have her food, and then we'll take her out at night to go potty, and then she'll come back in, and then we will do we'll cut her food off basically. She doesn't really drink water after she goes out anyways, because it's bedtime for her. So she comes upstairs with us and she goes in a little bed and she goes to sleep. So pretty much easygoing in terms of routine. If we're at home working from home, I will take her out a couple times during the day, let her out so that she can stretch her legs, she can run around, and to go potty on her own. We do have a huge backyard, so she does like to do that. And then I don't really take her for like walks every single day. That's something I'm still trying to be better at, because we have the yard and she can kind of go out and play. And when my kids come home, they'll go outside and play with her. We don't really walk her, but I'll try to do that 2 to 3 times a week, even if it's just like 10 minutes a day. So she does love going for walks though, so I definitely need to be better at that. It's just that, like I said, I have 3 kids and I have a job and everything, and especially during the winter time it's harder because it gets dark so fast. So maybe when it starts warming up a little bit, we can start doing that a little bit more. Okay, in terms of like supplements, vitamins, and kind of like routines like that we do with her. So supplements, she's not really taking any supplements right now. She's doing her regular heartworm flea tick medication every single month, and we do take her to the vet every so often to get her checked out, so she's good with that. And then as far as grooming, so like I said, we had to shave her down over the holidays because she had a ton of matting, and her matting was like close to her skin. So unfortunately we had to like shave her down because the groomer didn't know how to like kind of go around it. She wasn't completely matted like everywhere, but I think the groomer didn't know how to go like around it, and so they completely shaved her down, and she was like really small. So my biggest tip, and something that I need to remind myself, is like I need to be better at brushing her hair. And we do have a brush that we use to brush her hair with. She doesn't really like the metal portion, but you know, for the most part, like I guess whether she likes it or not, like it has to get done. So when she goes to the groomer though, I haven't really gotten feedback around like around her being difficult at the groomer or anything like that, or not cooperative, because we did send her to the groomers even when she was a baby to get her baths done. But even if you do it at home, like make sure you kind of like touching her nose, her ears and stuff like that, so that she knows like the sensation and knows what to expect, and she's not completely like uncomfortable. In terms of grooming, she does need to be groomed like once a couple months, or like once every 2 months, but make sure that you keep up with the brushing, because their hair mats so fast. Like it's really, that's like one of the cons of this breed, but you know, you just have to be really diligent with that. In terms of like overall, how has it been? Like I said, it's just been a lot of fun having her around. Like I said, she's just such an amazing dog. I love her so much. She's great on walks, she's so playful, she's just like really good with kids. We recently took her on a road trip to Miami from where we live, and that was a 10-hour trip, you guys, in the car, and she did amazing. She like sat in the car the entire way through, did not throw up, didn't do anything at all. Like we did stop a few times so that she can go use the bathroom, stretch her legs and stuff like that, but she did so well, and I'm so proud of her for that. So yeah, she did really amazing on the car trip. And also one time we had to go on a vacation, so I had to board her, and she also did well at the boarding place, so that's great as well. And there are a couple times where I had to use a wag walker to take her out and stuff when she was a little bit younger when I go to work, and she's okay with that as well. So all in all, like she's just such a great dog, and I'm so thankful to have her in our lives. Like she's just such an amazing dog. She makes me want to have another toy poodle, to be honest with you, because like they're so adorable. Now here comes the not so good part. So the thing with the toy poodle, I was in for a rude awakening when she got her first ear infection. So I did not know what this breed was because of how their ears are shaped. Kind of droops down a little bit. It's so easily to get infected. So one time she got her first ear infection, double ear infection, and it was so bad. This poor dog, like her ears were smelling so bad. She had a yeast infection in her ears. It was so bad, and we had to do multiple rounds of antibiotics, and she actually still has some of that ear infection or bacteria still in her ears, and we actually just got it treated again like 2 weeks ago, and she has a recheck coming up this Monday. But that's the downside of this ear infection thing, is because it's just really annoying for her because she's going through that. And then also because, like, you know, the cost to take her to the vet and stuff, it's not fun when your doggy is sick and you have to take her to the vet and everything. So I had to take her to the emergency room one time because her ear infection was so bad that she was not eating, drinking, and my old vet was horrible. I was telling them the issues and they just told me to wait it out. And then the weekend came along and she did not eat or drink, and I was just so worried that she was going to, like, you know, not make it. So I just took her to an emergency room and had to pay emergency fees, and she was severely dehydrated. They had to put an IV on her and everything. And then I found a new vet and they were so much better, and that's the vet that I go to right now. If you see your dog not feeling well, just take them to the vet right away to avoid like high cost bills and stuff. But just know with this breed that they are prone to getting ear infections just because of like how their ears look. Now, the other thing that I wish I had gotten also is I wish I had gotten pet insurance way sooner. So I knew that at some point I needed to get pet insurance, but I didn't think like, oh, I was like, oh, you know, she's still a puppy, she probably wouldn't need pet insurance right away. No, because if I had the pet insurance, they will cover stuff like the ear infection, and I got my insurance from Lemonade. If it's a pre-existing condition, they are not going to insure you. So I got the insurance policy as soon as she has ear infection, and because it's a pre-existing, they cannot cover that charge. But for any future illnesses, they will cover it. So at least I have that peace of mind knowing that I have pet insurance, and it's a monthly cost that I have to pay, but it is something so worth it. So that's something that you definitely have to be diligent on. It's just like making sure that her health is, like, you know, taken care of. And if she's not feeling well or anything like that, definitely pay attention to it. The other thing our vet mentioned is that, you know, because we just don't know what kind of like things that the dogs can be allergic to that's causing her ear infection and infection around her mouth. And this is, you know, we weren't sure like what's causing the infection because she wasn't really switching out her foods. But, you know, there could be things in the air or like, you know, just stuff that's that bothers her that, you know, we don't know about. So she mentioned also that, you know, if we were to take her outside, make sure that we put her on a leash so that we can kind of see like what she's eating, drinking, stuff like that. That way, you know, she's not getting these surprise like infections. So that is the one thing that we're trying to be better at. And then speaking of that, she always has like her tear ducts is kind of like blocked sometimes, and she gets gunk in her eyes, so make sure you guys clean that too. So that is kind of like the health update in terms of Coco. But she is just so adorable, and she's a big cuddler, aside from the ear infection thing, because that was like a lot. You know, other than that, she's been like pretty easy to take care of. So yeah, that's kind of like a quick like update on Coco. She is just so adorable, and we have this little coat on her right now. Like I said, she just got her like body shape, so you can see she's kind of skinny right now, but her hair is starting to grow, and her ears kind of look a little greasy because it's from the ear infection and antibiotics. But she's just such a ball of energy. She's so floofy, and she's just such a great doggy. We absolutely love her so much. In terms of tips and tricks, she doesn't know how to do fetch yet, but she can do sit. So Coco, sit. She's not gonna do it. Coco, sit. Good girl. So yeah, she can do sit. She can do lay down, I think. She can do, like, she gets on the couch and we tell her to get off. So we tell her off and she'll go to off. We can do, tell her to go to bed. She can go to bed. So yeah, we're still working on that. I do want to try to do like the bell on the door thing, but I don't know if that's too late. Because if she's got to poop, like I said, she'll just kind of sit at the door and then we'll just take her out. But I think that will be really helpful too. So overall, she's been such a fun little addition to our family. We love our Coach. She's 1 year old right now, so she's a little big girl. Hopefully she doesn't get any more ear infection or any other illnesses and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys are thinking of getting a toy poodle, definitely recommend it. I love this breed so much. They're so much fun. I love that she doesn't shed. It's such a huge plus. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll see like clumps of like hair like here and there, but for the most part she does not shed at all. And yeah, she's just such a good doggy. Definitely make sure you get him from like a reputable breeder. Yeah, I think all in all, definitely recommend. And let me know if you have any questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.